Morning everyone, welcome back. This morning we are herd testing. That's why there's units in the shed here. Cows are almost here, they're just coming up. There's Dad down there. So sorry about the noise, the ice bank's on at the moment. Should be turning off soon. So now I just got to chuck some empty flasks in the units out there and sort these out. They're numbered 1 to 36. There's 36 pots on each tray. Cool, sweet as, so that's sorted. Numbers 1 to 360, although we don't use much of this last tray. 325, I think we do have a 325, so that's why we need that. Right, go and fill these, go and whack these empty cups on the units. Hey girls, so I've whacked the empty ones on. Dad's starting to milk these. I've got another 16 for the other side. And I write the numbers on. We don't have a scanner. You can scan them because they have got barcodes on them, but we don't do that. We just write them on. I don't know, works for us, seems easier. Haven't actually tried scanning, maybe that's easier, but we haven't done it before. So we call this herd testing. So each cow gets a pot, and we'll see how much they're giving, and then at the end, or in a couple of days, we'll get a report of like somatic cell count, how much they're producing, say milk solids on the morning, protein percentage, milk fat percentage. The biggest thing we probably use our herd test for is the cell count. So when we're looking to cull cows, we can specifically cull the high somatic cell count cows that have been say high for the last 3 herd tests. If they have a one-off, they've probably got, or might have mastitis, so we wouldn't cull anything like that, but just repetitive or repeat offenders. And you can see here, see the milk comes up here into this bowl, and then it takes a proportion into the cup. So it's starting to fill up. There's a little bit in the bottom there. I don't know how much it takes. There might be about that much by the end of it, or actually that much maybe. See, it's starting to fill up now. You can see they're filling up, so we'll go back and check on this cow. See, it's filled up a bit. Usually they go to about there, they wouldn't go over there, unless our cows are giving heaps, they might go up there. Certainly wouldn't fill the cup up. Now we'll just write the numbers on. Dad's walking back, so he calls the numbers out while he's drenching. What, 136? And I've written the numbers on these, the other row, before he drenched them. So you just got to remember that. So that's the first cow, and I go down that way. So we've got to do them in order. They've got to match the cow numbers, obviously. I've just swapped them over, they're all finished, so I changed them over. And now, time to sort them out. It'll be a nice day today. It's about 10 past 6 at the moment, so the sun won't be up for another 20 minutes, I think, 20 minutes, half an hour. And it'll come up from just to the right of Mangatauteri over there. So that mountain there, which is pretty cool, that's Mangatauteri. That's got an animal proof or pest proof fence around it. And there's kiwi up there. I think you can go walking up there. You got to go through a special gate, something like that. We did have, so we've had about 22 mils in the last couple of days, which has helped. It's certainly sort of greened up, and the grass will shoot away again now, so that's good. Helps us going into the end of January anyway. We'll be definitely green for February. So this is what you try not to have happen, is I've got a double up. 2 209s. But luckily Dad hadn't let the last row go, so I went and had a look, and 309. Crisis averted. Just slow cow. Should have to go around twice. 298. It's always a little bit easier on this row because Dad doesn't have to call the numbers out. I can just write them down like that, and then he can drink. So I can start before him, makes it a little bit easier. You guys remember the cow number 34 that had milk fever last time? Well, she is just there. So back to normal, it's doing well. The next herd's coming up to the shed. It was quite handy, Mum was off work today, so she was able to go and get them, which sort of saves a little bit of mucking around when there's only 2 of us. So they're just down there. Don't know if you can see because of the sun, maybe now. But what a beautiful day. Check that out. Old Big Yella, she's coming up. Oh, doesn't that just feel awesome? 2 consecutive numbers. I don't know why, but it's the little things. So the second herd's all in now. That's the start of it there. I'm in my gear, got my apron and gloves on because we swap over now. So Dad'll do the cups and write the numbers down, and I'll change the cups. So you kind of have enough by the time you do one herd. It's just with the droppers or the testing units, it's pretty annoying changing cups because they're right behind you when you're back, when you swing them over. So it's good to have a little bit of a break. And the little bosses come down this morning too to check things out with Mum. Hey, what are you doing? What are you having for brekkie this morning? Chicken drumsticks it was before. Hey. You say hi to everyone? Hi. Give them a wave. Last row done and dusted. There you go girls, back to your paddock. Just collect the last samples, swap them over, put them away, and then we'll wash up and done. Dad's just washing up the shed now, and I'm just packing up all this, and that's not good. We got to double up, so I got to try and find which cow it belongs to. We know that the bottom one, or this bottom one, that's definitely the right cow because as soon as he realised he came out and that cow was in the row, so I got to find a place for this one. So how do I find out which cow that belongs to? Well, it's a little bit of a process, but so I'm going to go through now and pick out all the empty spaces. So 68, we don't have a cow 68, and then I'll go through on my app and look at all the cows we do have, and hopefully we've got a cow for one of these empty spaces and that'll belong to that, I'm hoping. So now I've taken out all the flasks, so there's a couple of empty spaces like this, and then I go to my app and I type in 68 and it comes up Hope you can read it. Tag number not found. Okay, so we definitely know there's no cow for that, so I'll put that back. So I just keep going until I get it. Okay, I think I've got it. So 269, I'm gonna say goes in 296. So that is, you can get that mixed up fairly easy. So yep, all good. Sweet, no more mix-ups, double ups. Stack the trays up, put them outside. Just got to wash everything up now and leave it for the person to pick up later on. Just finished washing up, so we just leave the milk meters on the bench. That's the card you got to fill out, just say when what time you started milking and from your last one. And there's the trays, pipes, a couple of spare milk meters, so they just get picked up later, but we just got to clean them for the next person, so keep them nice and clean, because they'll go and get put on another shed after this. And Dad is just taking the milk lift pump apart. Yeah, taking this apart.
Must be a hole in it because milk is going right through there.
Oh yep, she's gone. Need a new one for that. That's all it is. Yep.
On the milk lift pumps, these here, there's a valve on the bottom one that lets the milk up, and there's a valve on this top one here that stops it when the diaphragm goes in and out. It lets it in and then pushes it out. So these two valves open and shut depending on where the diaphragm is.
Yeah, so it's just the pump that lifts the milk through the plate cooler, the funnel, and then it goes in the vat. So that's a pretty easy fix. That's nice. And then on another note, there is supposed to be something in here, but it's missing. Well, it's not missing, I know where it is, but the old farm ute, old Narangi, Mitsubishi L200. Someone thought they wanted it more than us, and on Wednesday night at midnight, I think it was about 2 minutes to 1, they came and took it. How do we know that? Well, we got cameras around the place, so we've seen them. But they must have walked through here, started it. It's pretty hard to start, so they did quite well, and then drove it out. And we've seen them driving around the front paddock, and then they couldn't find the way out with the lights on too. Mum and Dad were home in bed, and they couldn't find the way out, so they came and they finally eventually found the gate and got down the driveway. So that was Wednesday, and then Dad rang the cops early Thursday morning, I think it was, and no, it must have been Wednesday morning he rang the cops, and then yesterday, Thursday, the cops rang to say that they found the ute. It was down at the 8 Mile in Tigawiti, which is about an hour south of here, or maybe an hour and a quarter south of here, so quite surprised they made it that far. The gearbox is rooted and there's not much diesel in it, so they must have filled it up. A few avos. Yeah, a couple of degenerates. But we should get insurance for that. It was covered, so we'll be able to replace it with something, hopefully. See how it goes. Few strainers there, exciting. What are we going to do with them? You'll find out soon.